be an action that would call for a draft?
I don't know what would make a draft happen, except perhaps if we were in an all-out World War III.
The problem 2 years ago, when asked if he agreed with Newt Gingrich that we're in the early stages of a third world war, McCain said, quote, "I do to some extent. We have terrorist organizations who are dangerous by themselves and are now being supported by radical Islamic governments. So is this World War III as far as McCain is concerned? More importantly, could this be a big political liability for McCain, General?"
Well, first of all, I don't foresee any circumstances that would require a return to the draft. Secondly, the fact that John McCain couldn't say that indicates he either has weird random thoughts, or maybe he's secretly contemplating there is a return to the draft. I'm nervous about the World War III thing. Everybody understands that there's a threat from terrorism, but this is not World War III. This is a threat America can manage.
He said
no,
only
he didn't.
If
He
there
didn't
was
say
all
this
out.
year.
Only
he
if there
tended
was
to agree
all out.
with Newt Gingrich in 2006. He's part of that whole crowd. There's nothing the Republicans love more than a threat to scare Americans with. And John McCain's part of that
But let me ask you, Joe, and Lynn, I'm going to let you get in on this, but we have a quote here from John McCain in September of 2007 talking about the possibility of a draft. He said, "I might consider it. I don't think it's necessary, but I might consider it if you could design a draft where everybody equally would serve, but it just doesn't happen." It does sound like, Joe, that this is at least on the table for McCain. And so I ask you, let's even assume that it's unlikely. Is the fact that McCain is leaving this on the table bad for him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, who has more credibility than an American hero like John McCain,
Wesley
who
Clark.
put his life on the line, and spent 5 years in the prisoner of war camp for America, and whose father served and whose grandfather served. John McCain is saying that only in the event of an all-out World War III, and he doesn't see that happening, but only in the event of an all-out World War III might there be a need for a draft. Yeah. Now, remember, in the last Congress, a Democrat, Charles Rangel, was the one that proposed draft legislation, and it didn't get very much traction.
I want to let General Clark get back in there, because you're one of the few people who can respond to the comments about how heroic he was, because look, there's very little civilians like myself can say apart from the fact that yes, he was heroic.
Everybody, I think all of us admire John McCain's heroism as a prisoner of war. He was heroic. That doesn't mean that he's necessarily well qualified or the best qualified to be the commander-in-chief. As I've said elsewhere, he's largely untested and untried in matters of national policy making. He's never been in the executive branch. He's never given great strategic decisions. Barack Obama's not running on his claim. Barack Obama's running on the claim of judgment. McCain's running on experience. The honest truth is he doesn't have it. And this kind of a statement about the draft underscores the fact he doesn't have the experience.
Lynn Sweet, final word on this.
Well, let me make the point here that aside from everything you gentlemen have said, Obama's demographic is young and young male. So once you even say the word draft, I can't imagine how McCain can get back some of those young males who might not even sit down to listen to anything past that. This is a lose for McCain because it puts something on the table that he can't take back.
It's more straight talk. More straight talk.
I'm gonna call this one a draw. I don't think that it.
Draw.
I don't think it's going.
Dan.
You think it's
a clear loss for John McCain.
General Clark. Wait. General Clark. General Clark. You're the one who said to me a moment ago, draft's not going to happen. You're the one who started the conversation by saying it's not going to happen.
That's what I said. I said I can't foresee any circumstances. But when John McCain starts toying with the idea of draft, he says this. That's a clear loss for John McCain.
The reason I gave it a draw was because I agree with you that I don't think there's a chance it's going to happen. And as a result, I don't think it becomes a significant political issue.
Well, I learned the hard way that when you're running for office, if you say things that are and hypothecate about things that aren't going to happen, normally you got your foot in your mouth. This is a loss for John McCain.
Okay.
I disagree.
All right. At least on my scoreboard, I'm going to say it's a loss for Obama, a loss for McCain, and one draw today on the final the final scorecard here. I want to go real quick in terms of the full day on the campaign trail. Wesley Clark, who won the day?
I think Barack Obama won the day.
Lynn Sweet?
Obama had a good briefing today from his chief of staff about what a strong position he is in the states. So I'd put Obama.
Joe Watkins?
I say it's a draw today. I think that it was a good day for both candidates.
I'd say it's a draw. I think this Bill Clinton-Obama thing has to be resolved quickly. I think this is a big potential issue for the Obama campaign.
Thanks
to General Clark. Lynn Sweet, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And Joe Watkins.